Hey, what's up, brothers and sisters? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again, still documenting the travesty and the blight of the United States that is upon the Afro community. All right, and let's get this clear as you look at the title that a lot of this vitriolic and death at the hands of who voted for whom, you have to understand it is coming from the so-called Afro community. The people that is the most against racism, or should be, are very racist towards their own because the TV told them to do it. And the Devil Made Me Do It TV that told them to be like this is the Democratic media outlet, like CNN, MSNBC. All right, we always understood that Fox wasn't for us. But the problem is we didn't understand that nobody is for us. We got to think and be for ourselves. But a lot of people are letting CNN and MSNBC especially gin them up to say that the Afro people do not have the right to vote for whomever they want to vote for. They must vote for the Democratic people that's always been racist to us, the most racist, as far as policies, as far as Jim Crow, as far as the poll tax, as far as the KKK, the most racist. And we do not give the Republicans a pass. All right? Because when you look at it, they're all the same people. Except the Republicans, they're just a little more forthright about how they really feel about this. All right. The Democratic media is breeding the destruction of the Afro community. They're promoting things that will destroy us. Like the LGBT narrative, the abortion narrative. All that stuff is destructive to us as a community. Remember, the Afro male is becoming extinct strictly because of the black woman and abortion. And she is gleefully killing us off with a smile. All right. Now, let's get further into this. But first, let me greet everybody. Hovorten hardu gudak ola oit to the bang vasas los bonjour mi kedubawani konnichiwa ni hang yama sani bodani jumbo habaragani assalamu alaikum and shalom. Okay, so we got an Afro man whose life was taken after joking that he voted for Trump. All right, this was a headline by the New York Post.com. All right, and as you see, the link will be in the description box. But I have most of the story here. And before we get into it, how did we get up this fervor that voting for Trump could end your life? Think about this for a minute. Oh, yeah, the sellouts, the true Sambos. All right, and let's not dignify them by calling them an Uncle Tom, because Uncle Tom was actually the good guy in the story. The Sambos, these are Sambos, the guy that is the whipping post for the racial agenda that wants to see us destroyed. They do it with fancy words trying to tell y'all that we're for the community, where the only thing that they push is things that kill off the community. The women's right to choose to murder a child or let it live. Do you understand that in the United States, in Western countries, the Western countries are the only people in history that actually sanctioned through law the murdering of a life. And they were so good at corrupting our minds, we didn't understand that that's what it was. It's because we allowed white people to define what a life was. When as you go as old school Afro people and Africans and um, what we call native and aboriginal Afro folk or Indians, they would tell you that the life is the seed of the man. And this life, once he put it into the woman. But see, we didn't understand that because we was being taught by these ratchet females and these Sambo dudes that the women, they need to choose over their body. They're the only ones that get to choose what their body does. The men don't have that choice, right? So the one last choice that a man had was, well, to vote. Now, if he was public that apparently now he voted for Trump, his life ends. If he's black or a brother, that is risk now. That's another risk factor of an Afro male. But wait until you see who took his life. A first date went terribly wrong when a man was gunned down outside a bar after joking. He said he voted for President-elect Donald Trump. All right, Shanita Walker told WSB TV that she and Mitchell Moore and June were outside a church bar on Eldred Avenue in Atlanta about 3 a.m. Saturday when her new date got into an argument with another man who pulled a gun. The shooter uttered something disrespectful as she went back into the bar. Angry Mormon 32 who confronted the man and began arguing with him. And Walker said Mormon jokingly told him that he voted for Trump. The argument continued, and the alleged shooter, identified by Walker as a Hispanic man wearing a white coat, went around the corner, came back with a gun, and opened fire. So who's pushing these destructive narratives that any minority can take the life of an Afro man based on arguing, based on who somebody votes for? How just weak-minded are the men in this country that you go get a gun to shoot an unarmed person? This goes for the police. This goes for the people in Detroit. This goes for the people in Chicago. I have never seen a group of such weak, ignorant dudes on the Hispanic side and the Afro side and the black side. But then again, when you look at who's raising us, it's these black women that think that these boys don't need no man. All right. And so the MSNBC and all the rest of them are promoting dudes like this because of their homosexuality, and he gets to be an anchor, a newscast, and you better put him on there because they're going to complain that that's not diversity. Diversity isn't about what you do after the lights are off in the comfort of your own home. Let me tell you how much of a BS argument that diversity is. There has always been LGBT people in all manner of everything. Period. Why? Because they're primarily white men and white women. Primarily. So everything has always been diverse. They're the only ones that wanted to publicly tell people who they were sleeping with at night and brought all that out there. That's all that is. And then they wanted the catapult off of the backs of people that were bitten by dogs and fire hosed, so that they could take, as Caucasian people, the benefits of being a minority. When they were already in the business world, they were already in the political world, they were already everywhere. And we knew it. They were your musicians long before they got all these laws passed, giving them superior privilege over the people that, yeah, they buck broke, over the people that they put enslaved, that they enslaved. Think about this. All right. So they're pushing this agenda. And now when Afro people are tired of it, because we don't see no benefit of this party that have totally wrecked our community. If we vote outside of anything that's a Democrat, now you're saying that we might have to pay for it with our lives. And there might be a whole lot more to the argument. But when he said that, that was probably the camel that the straw that broke the camel's back. All right, police officers responded to 466 Avenue and found both Walker and Mormon shot. Both were taken by to so the Hispanic guy shot. This was a Hispanic guy. We'll get to this in a minute. He shot both the man and the woman. That's a weak-minded. That's less than a man. That ain't no man. That ain't no machismo and stuff like that. He got a gun and shot two unarmed people over an argument. Why? He couldn't fight. He was afraid to fight with his fists. So he went to his car and got a gun. All right. How many of you black people still want to stand up with the Democratic Party and allow this to happen to you? Because I am going to bet that this guy was probably an illegal immigrant, because all the Hispanic people that I know wouldn't have done some stupid stuff like that. As a matter of fact, most of the Hispanic people that I know probably said, well, I voted for Trump too. So, and see, because they got conservative family values. The illegal immigrants, they do crap like this. So investigators released a video, and I'll show it in a minute, outside the bar, including two people they hope to identify in connection with a man in a white jacket who appears to be Hispanic and a white male in a hooded sweatshirt carrying a backpack. Police are also asking the public for any video of the incident that may have been captured by patrons. All right, so this is an old story, but I'm pointing out something here. I'm pointing out that people had a problem, that the hatred was not necessarily coming from Trump's people. The hatred was coming from people like CNN, MSNBC. And this is kind of what happened here. So this is via the New York Post. All right. So you see the guy leaves, and you see the one guy in the backpack. All right. So there's the white. I think. All right. I think that's the guy that they're looking for in the white jacket. All right. So that's the guy that they're looking for, and the guy with the hood on. So that's him walking off. Yeah, he looked like he can't handle himself. All right, via the New York Post. So these are the people, the simp people that's drumming up, that's trying to keep us on the plantation. That's their job, to speak and keep us on the plantation. They get rewarded for that. They get to have their faces put on TV. They get money. And they get to live comfortably knowing that they are utterly destroying the Afro community. These are the new whips, the new Sambos, whose job is to whip everybody back onto the plantation and make sure that we don't walk off and start exercising choice. All right? Period. And I kept telling you, it ain't about the vote. I'm impressed with the pack that reared its head, the Black PAC, Political Action Committee, that reared its head up in the Arkansas election for the House. That's how you do it. All right? This is what the Democrats have in store for you. Period. All right? Like I said, we already know what the Republican game is. It's because they let us know. We ain't for you, but hey, we'll break you off some if you buy into the family value thing and stuff like that. The Republicans are about welfare so long as it goes to the rich people. All right. But here's the thing. And here is the terrible thing. The people that have always done us the most harm and has done the most destruction to the Afro community are the people that most black people seem to be most loyal to. That's the thugs, the Democratic Party, and the BAWs, the Black American women. If you turn out to be a sister, they won't have nothing to do with you. If you turn out to be a brother that wants to do the right thing, the black women won't have nothing to do with you. Although your homies will be all right. You vote Republican? Oh my goodness. Is the new model vote Republican? Black man prepared to die? That only Caucasians get a choice? And remember, this isn't the Caucasians saying this. This is what the liberal media, the Democrats, and other minorities are saying. It's like everybody's trying to keep us on that same plantation. Let's get them thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, click the bell. And for those of you that can, please donate. Remember, take care of family and home first and yourself. And if you can donate, my PayPal me link will be in the description box with my email and the link to this story. With that said, I'm out.